this up until the timing was right because I don't want to jinx anybody. And Sacramento Excessive still obviously has a chance for sure. So you're looking at San Diego Dynasty, Sacramento Excessive coming at you right now. If Dynasty wins this tournament, it will be their 50th professional win and the third of the year. But Excessive not wanting to let that happen. And Todd, again, we have been so impressed by Sacramento Excessive at this event.
Yeah, they've just been playing really good. And, that last game was a really close game, too. It came down, I think Dynasty ended up winning with one body alive. So if Sacramento Excessive can come out here with that same fire, then not let that first game get them down, then this should be another great matchup. And, hopefully we can go to 3 games and make it exciting for everybody at home.
That would be awesome. So here we go. You are watching Team Dynasty. You're looking at them right now. Ryan Greenspan, Oliver Lang, Alex Frazee, Yosh Rao, Alex Goldman, Glenn Takamoto, and Dalton Vanderbilt.
Yeah, last game, both teams lost crucial players who have been doing a lot of damage for them on the break, and Thomas Taylor and Alex Goldman. So we'll see once again if they try and switch up their breaks at all, or if they keep sending those guys up the middle to try and get across to the snake side to try and get in there and do their damage.
Well, damage is what both teams are going to need out of those front guys. If you're just tuning in, haven't seen paintball before, you need to get those front players, your attackers, as far up the field as possible off the break. You want to get them up there safely, but you want to take some ground.
We are now under 10 seconds.
All right, here we go. It could be the last game. Excessive trying to stave off a second-place finish by winning this game and taking it to a third. Here we go on the breakout. Crucial timing. Oh, it looks like Excessive losing their back player on the Dorito side of the field, and they lose Ryan Martin from the back corner. It's not looking good as seven players left alive for Dynasty, Todd.
Yeah, Dynasty quickly taking advantage of the lack of an outside presence, and Alex Frazee runs directly into Snake 3 as all the guys from Excessive are trying to stop the bleeding. Junior Brown taken out of the back center. Thomas Taylor fills Ryan Martin's void in the back Dorito snake side corner.
But Alex Frazee getting taken out, pressing hot and heavy here down on the snake. And Alex Goldman is trying to make something happen here. He scrambles to the 50-yard line. Thomas Taylor able to do damage control, get back to that back corner. That's a very important bunker as you can shut a lot of people down from there. And that's why we've seen a lot of people die out of that bunker all weekend long. So now Thomas Taylor, it's going to be up to him and the rest of the Excessive crew. Rich Telford, back center. So it looks like
Riley Sullivan in the car wash. Jerry D'Amato trying to lock off that Dorito side, not let Dalton Vanderbilt get any farther up the field. But Dalton Vanderbilt smells the blood in the water. Up in that 50, Alex Golden. Maddie, we've seen this so many times with those two on both 50s and both sides of the field. Just putting the pressure on the opposing team, Excessive here, and letting guys like Oliver Lang, Yosh Rao, Glenn Takamoto, and Ryan Greenspan clean up the mess.
And you're looking right now on your screen, you see Riley Sullivan and Jerry D'Amato. They switched Jerry up, though, and they put him to the inside. I don't necessarily know if that's the right move. Jerry D'Amato and Thomas have been doing so much work over here on the snake side of the field now. That being said, pretty sure Dynasty been scouting that, so I could understand the logic of trying to switch it up. But, hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And Jerry D'Amato now in the center of the field. Now we're looking at Oliver Lang and Alex Goldman for Team Dynasty. They are in the snake, and they are trying to make something happen here. Alex Goldman shooting at Thomas Taylor in the back corner, and Oliver Lang talking it up. And now you're seeing the Dorito side of the field. Dalton Vanderbilt. And there streaking up to the center is Ryan Greenspan. It is 6 against 4 right now. 6 Dynasty players, 4 Excessive, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go.
And Ryan Greenspan knows very well the center of the field is now open, taking advantage, moving up to the center 50, looking to put the pressure on Jerry D'Amato and Riley Sullivan, who are focused on the outsides on Alex Goldman and Dalton Vanderbilt. Thomas Taylor is going to be the life support for those two players as he is the farthest wide out and he has the best view across the whole field, staying focused on the inside.
So 4 Excessive players left alive. You're seeing Thomas Taylor and Rich Telford in the back. They also have Jerry D'Amato and Riley Sullivan, and they are going to have to try to get some kills here to even this up. It looks like Alex Goldman might have got shot, and I can't tell from here. No, he's clean. So Alex Goldman able to stay alive here. He's past the 50-yard line, and Dynasty has 4 players in the red zone right now, Todd.
Yes, they do, and Maddie, that's spelt doom for almost every team in here. It's up to them. The game's not over. It's up to them to be able to capitalize on their field position, and here comes Oliver Lang looking to make that move through that roll, which we said can be a very good spot to close games from.
Oh, and Oliver Lang able to get in there. I think he might have got a shot on Jerry's shoulder trying to come through. It was a great job. And it's a penalty on Oliver Lang. Not a good time to get a penalty. So it looks like he might have got shot. Jerry might have shot him before he got a shot on him, but Jerry comes off too. So Riley Sullivan still alive, and I couldn't tell I think Riley shot Oliver, but I couldn't tell from up here. Regardless, there's 3 excessive players left alive, and it looks like 3 Dynasty players left alive. No, 4. No, now 3 as Dalton Vanderbilt gets shot. Very chaotic right now out there on the field. Oh, and Riley Sullivan gets a little greedy coming over the top of the car wash. So now Dynasty is just 1 player left away from it. It's just Thomas Taylor. Fitting that Thomas Taylor is the last player left alive, and Ryan Greenspan and Glenn Takamoto and Yosh Rao.
Excellent shot by Glenn Takamoto on Riley Sullivan to blow that game open. And Ryan Greenspan's going to run back with the flag and the tournament victory for Team Dynasty.
And we had talked about it before. We didn't want to jinx them, but that is win number 5-0 for Team Dynasty on their career, which is incredibly ridiculous. That is a monstrous statistic, and it's one of those things that, it's like, I don't know if anyone is ever going to be able to eclipse that, and they're still going.
Yeah.
So, you were a big part of that too. You were there for a lot of those wins and a lot of the grind to build that team up in order to get that team to be the team that it is today. So it's actually had some good pickups, and I think, Dalton Vanderbilt, Alex Goldman have done amazing things to rejuvenate and put an aggressive boost into that squad.
No, they were definitely the difference makers in this tournament, Matty, especially Alex Goldman, maybe a little bit more than Dalton Vanderbilt, but nothing to take away from him. Alex Goldman was just a monster this event. He was up in the field. He was constantly alive, shooting guys on the break, closing games out, getting big kills. I'm going to give him the MVP in my book.
Absolutely. I would, and also you got to think about this too. And we had talked about it before, and obviously it wasn't that big of an injury if he was able to play on it, but he got carried off the field this morning.
Yeah.
He hurt himself, and they had to drag him to the sideline, stop the game, and then he had to get carried off the field by Rich Telford and Mike Hidman, and he still was able to step up and play phenomenal. So, yeah, I would also give Alex Golden the MVP trophy for Team Dynasty. So you really can't say enough about him. That's win number 5-0 for the Dynasty franchise. Been going for a long time now, and they have 3 wins this season alone. They are the team to beat in 2011, and they are the Surf City Open champions yet again.
Yet again.
All right, we have a replay. Let's check it out, and it's Thomas Taylor, last guy left alive. I think it's fitting that Thomas Taylor is the last guy left alive for excessive, and he streaks trying to get to that center bunker, but Ryan Greenspan is right there in the middle, and he is able to, looks like he traded out with Thomas, but Ryan doing the point, and then excessive does the point, of course, but they're heated. They just lost, took second. Excessive should still feel a sense of pride. To make it all the way with the squad that they have, that they've built up, I'm proud of them. I helped start that team, and to see them make it all the way, play Dynasty, a very strong Dynasty team in the finals, and yeah, they did lose, but they took second place, so it's definitely they should. I mean, you know how it is, man. You take second place, it's like the worst thing in the world. Everyone's like, "Oh, congratulations, you took second place," but at the same time, you're like, "Oh, yeah, that's great, thanks. I took second, we lost."